Hi, good morning. I'm Dr. Jaya Vedamony. Right now I'm in Pune in the Indiaart gallery with Mr. Milind Sate. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful surrounding in this office. We're sitting outside and talking, and I came in contact with Mr. Milind Sate about a year ago when my uh, daughter did the Khula Aasmaan competition and she was shortlisted, for which we were very happy. And I would like to just tell her story so that many children like her would be encouraged and would be able to, kind of get interested in what, their, their strengths which can be encouraged. The story of my daughter is that she has a problem called dyslexia. This condition was a stranger to many people till that movie Tare Zameen Par came out, and many teachers and students came to know what this problem was, and children who had been suffering earlier had a little reprieve because of this. The problem with dyslexia is that it's not that a child lacks intelligence. It's just that, the words are their enemies, both in written and in written form. And so what happens, though the child is intelligent, they somehow just don't seem to do well in school. And so that kind of distresses the parents and the teachers. And then the children are classified as, being dumb. And that's very distressing. And so now a lot of people have come to know that there are ways to overcome dyslexia. And the story of my daughter is that I kind of discovered that she has this problem very early because I'm a medical doctor, and I was able to take remedial steps for that. And we were able to get her dyslexia certified, and then we were able to teach her in a way that she would be able to do well in school. Actually, the main motto of the people who deal with children with dyslexia is, if I cannot learn the way you teach, will you teach me the way I can learn? So, which is very important, because there are two things that are important for these children. First of all, they're very artistic. So because of that, their mind kind of sees everything in a picture form. So the words, if they can be made into a picture form, they do very well in school. So this is what I discovered. There are two things I discovered by which my daughter has done very well in school. One is repetition. You keep repeating the same thing and they get it. So what happens, it's a very scary situation, because you teach them today and they know everything. And you ask them the same thing tomorrow, they've forgotten this, everything. And so it's a very difficult and scary situation. But then what happens, you keep repeating the same thing, the same lesson, the same thing you teach, and then they get it. So there's nothing to be frightened about dyslexia. And the second most important thing is that their minds are very artistic. So they think in picture form. So what I used to do is, all her lessons, I used to kind of draw pictures and teach her. And that picture form, she, it sticks in their mind and they remember it very well. So if parents with children with dyslexia can remember these two things, they need not be afraid. Repetition and picturize whatever you're going to teach them. And another thing is that they have a very poor interest toward mathematics. And so as they go up higher in their grades, mathematics becomes very difficult. And then of course physics has mathematics, chemistry has mathematics. And so when we force our children to keep doing what they do not want, then it becomes very difficult for children. And so it is at these situations that we need to remember as parents that we need to let our children do what they want to do and not what we want them to do. So it was in this situation that we discovered that as I told you earlier, she's very artistic. From her childhood, she's always been drawing. In her class notebooks, from the beginning to the end of the book, you see her lessons. From the back to the front, you see all drawings. So we don't know how much of listening she was doing in the class, but there were plenty of drawings in her books. She'd draw on her hands, on her legs, and so we discovered this interest in art for her. And so from a long time, from very early in life, her dream was to become a fashion designer. And we know that fashion design is a subject which needs a very, very creative mind. And then my husband and I, we both are doctors. My son did medicine. So everybody used to ask me, isn't your daughter going to do medicine? I know that's a natural progression. But then we said no, she's going to do what she wants to do. And so we encouraged her in this, in whatever she wants, her dream of becoming a fashion designer. And as she was progressing towards her dream, we came in touch with Khula Aasmaan, Indiaart gallery. One of my friends had sent me an ad, asking me to get my daughter to send in her paintings or drawings or whatever. And so when this Khula Aasmaan opportunity came her way, because of her interest in drawings and art and painting, she showed tremendous interest in Khula Aasmaan. She would sit day and night, and at night even I had to sit with her sometimes too. Mama, please sit with me. And all her creativity was, more at night. And so she took very, very serious note of this Khula Aasmaan opportunity. And then we were told to send 25 pictures for this competition. And so she took this very, very seriously, and she would draw day and night, and we sent in those 25 pictures. And then she was waiting very anxiously, and she was saying, this Khula Aasmaan has very, very high standards, Mama. I may never make it. And so I said, no, you've done very well. Your pictures are so good. I used to share her pictures in my class WhatsApp group, and my classmates and my relatives, we have 2-3 groups, one relatives group and class WhatsApp group. And the moment I post her pictures that she was preparing for Khula Aasmaan, we'd immediately get a reply. Oh, the pictures are so beautiful. And each time she'd get an encouragement from my friends or my family, that would encourage her more and more. And she produced such amazing pictures and drawings and paintings. And the best thing is that she was kind of doing it on her own without any formal teacher other than, the YouTube, which has been training many people, of course. And seeing the computer. Computers are very friendly item for a child with dyslexia. They love the computer. Anything on the computer is their friend. And so she'd spend hours on the computer learning, how to draw the eyes and how to draw this and how to draw that. And that she would use to prepare her pictures for Khula Aasmaan. And so she finally did get a reply from Khula Aasmaan, and that was a very great moment in our life, because she was not expecting to be shortlisted. And actually what happened, when I was helping her choose the pictures for the Khula Aasmaan, and one of the pictures with mother and child, I was kind of telling, let's not send this picture. Then she said, no Ma, this is one of my best pictures. See the difference. She's a creative person, I am not. And finally what happened, that was the picture that got shortlisted for Khula Aasmaan. See their mind, the creative person and a totally non-creative person. And And then when finally that picture was shortlisted, I could almost see her wanting to tell me, I told you so, Ma, but, so it was, it's really something good. And then as she got encouragement from Khula Aasmaan, her desire and her ambition to get into NIFT was fueled a little more because she knew now she could do it. She got into Khula Aasmaan, she was shortlisted in Khula Aasmaan Indiaart gallery, and so she knew that she could do it if she worked hard enough. And then I could see her working very hard towards trying to get into NIFT, which is one of the best colleges, national colleges, and of course we sent her for some training. And then finally I would like to say, and I'm very glad to say, that this year in the 2018-2019 selection, she was shortlisted for counseling for NIFT, and over there also we were very anxious to see whether she would get the field that she wanted, fashion design. And then of course we did apply in the persons with disability quota because she had a certification for dyslexia. And today I'm very happy to tell you that at the counseling she was able to get into fashion design, and that's what she wanted. And so it's been a journey actually. It's been a journey which was initially very difficult because, she kind of lost some time because she had to do her exams one at a time, and because of her difficulty in mathematics, we kind of took her out of the mainstream education, and we were able to get her into National Institute of Open Schooling, which I think is a very, very good thing for the students who are unable to cope up in subjects like mathematics, because this National Institute of Open School gives a lot of opportunities for students to choose their own subjects which they are good at, like painting, home science. My daughter was able to get 91 marks in home science and 89 marks in painting, so which kind of really encouraged her because she was doing something that she liked, something that she wanted to do, and we did not force her to do something like physics or chemistry which was difficult for her. So many times we as parents, we kind of force our children to do things that we want. We kind of dream for them and we don't let them make their own dreams. And as we could relate to many children who are undergoing similar problems, we would like to encourage parents to let them do what they want, bring out their creativity. And we would, as a family, we would really thank Mr. Milan Sathe and the wonderful work that he is doing to encourage the creativity in children so that they can follow their dreams. And we as a family, for one, we can say that Khula Aasmaan has kind of helped us so much and helped my daughter realize her dream. And actually Khula Aasmaan was a route through which my daughter was able to achieve her ultimate goal and ultimate aim in life, to get into NIFT, and we are very thankful to God for showing us the way. My friend, she came across this ad for Khula Aasmaan, she sent it to me and I took it seriously and my daughter took it seriously, and we were able to kind of she was able to get shortlisted for Khula Aasmaan, and that encouraged her and that helped her, to work hard, knowing that there is a chance for her to, if she worked hard, that she could make it to a premier institution like NIFT. Thank you so much.